Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Queen's MBA information webinar here today. My name is Claire Gallagher, and I am the recruitment officer here for Queen's Business School. And I'm really pleased to be joined here today. With me is Professor Julie McCandless. Julie is a program director for the Queen's MBA, and we'll be taking you through details of the modules and the MBA structure, and really what to expect when you are actually joining us on the program. There's aspects of career journeys and everything there too. I'll come on later on, and I will also be talking to you about Queen's Business School and Queen's University in Belfast in general. We're also delighted to be joined here today with one of our alumni students, which is Gavin McCoberry. Gavin's a managing director here of Vet Partners in Ireland. And Gavin, it's lovely to have you too. So for now, Julie, if you would like to take control of the slides at the top there, let's see if you can. I will turn off, and myself and Gavin will be back later. So we'll just take the cameras off, and we will be back later on to see us. So you've got control there, Julie?
Yes, great. Yep. Thank you. Hi, everyone. Hi, as Claire mentioned, I'm Professor Julie McCandless, and I'm the MBA Program Director. During the whole program, I'm also your advisor of studies. So I would be the person that you would see on a regular basis to discuss any aspect of the academic side of the program. So who are we? Let's start by giving you a little bit of an intro to our business school. So we are a triple accredited business school. We're in the top 1% in the world of global business schools. So what that tells you is that I suppose we have very high standards in terms of our teaching, research, and international reach. Or as triple accredited, that means that we are AMBA accredited, which means that we uphold the highest standards for MBA teaching. As a school, we are very focused both on commercially driving business success, but is also equally important to us about the societal impact that business has today. So as we learn, we very much are here to educate and explore both for the benefits of business and society. So our vision as a school is to develop principles and effective leaders. So throughout the program, we will be engaging with you to really drive your critical analysis skills, your problem solving skills, in order that you can meet the demands of, the world that is in turmoil at the moment. We're also research led, which means what you're learning will be of the latest thinking, both in terms of research and theory, but also it's heavily integrated in practice as well. And we are very well connected across the globe in terms of our international stature and esteem. And those are areas that are very important to us. Hopefully, why you're on the MBA today is because you're looking to really develop out your business skills. As we all know, more and more the world has become very complex. And so this program will really give you those skills in order to look at and review and analyze these challenges and wicked problems that present themselves, and give you the skills and knowledge in order to make informed decisions. So it's really both thinking around the skills that you develop, but also the mindset that you'll develop in order to navigate the complex situations that will arise then post-graduation. So our MBA journey, it's really a personal journey too. It depends what you want out of it. There is a lot of flexibility, and there's lots of opportunities to really engage. Our MBA program is offered as a full-time 1-year program, or part-time. It can be in 2 years, or up to flexibility to complete in 4 years. And we also offer the full-time 1 year with internship as well, which means that you would complete your MBA with internship within a 2-year period. So what makes us distinct from maybe other MBA programs? I've highlighted here a few areas that might really resonate with you, but this is what we do and how we do things different. So, firstly, it's very experiential. Real world challenges are integrated into every module. So, for example, this year we've had over 4 study visits, and this is integrated into particular topic areas. So, to give you an example, in the operations and supply chain module, our students went out to a engineering company and they were assessing then how their operations run, and were able to look and apply the theory that they'd learnt in class to the business and ask questions of how things happen in reality. They also visited the business harbour and looked at how Belfast harbour was operating, and viewed that through the lens of the economic environment and thinking around the factors that impact on a harbour. They also visited Kainos, which is a company on the London Stock Exchange, who really focus in on looking at digital and AI, and we particularly looked at the future of work. So you can see in many of our modules, there is, and really all of our modules, there is the opportunity to not just learn the theory, but also think about it from a practical perspective and how it has been implemented. We have regular senior industry guest speakers as well across the modules. To give you one example, we had Lyle Waters last month. He was a key senior figure at Ford on a global level. He came back to present his insights about his journey, and to offer advice and guidance to current students. The way we teach is through coaching and facilitating rather than training. So as I said, it is about you developing your knowledge and skills, but it also is develop your mindset, that you can make informed decisions then, post graduation. So it's really thinking about your critical analysis skills, your problem solving skills. So we're coaching and developing you to be more informed and to question and be able to solve problems more effectively. We have this continual learning emphasis throughout what we do. And so you can even apply your learning to your particular industry and sector. So you'll notice that many of our assessments too enables you to apply this to a working context, so that you really understand then maybe how it could be applied to your industry in your specific situation to really get the value out of the learning. Our MBA is future focused, so there is strong emphasis around digital technology and the future of work. So that enables you both to think around more those softer skills, which we have a key focus on, I'll talk about in a second, around leadership, but also then it's really to ensure that you have the skills for tomorrow and how business is changing. In recent years, we've developed out our program around entrepreneurship, and you have the opportunity to develop out your business idea, as well as modules with integrated content around developing out ideas for others, even looking at wicked problems in society and looking at through an entrepreneurial lens. And we also then offer both these types of opportunities then both on a global and a local scale. So to give you an example, we undertake a number of kind of challenges and projects. One this year is we have an international business trip as part of our strategy for managers module, and we all will be going to Barcelona. Students will be undertaking a business problem for a company based in Barcelona, and they will engage with them online and then travel to Barcelona to meet with the business and present their recommendations around the problem or challenge that the business has presented. So that's very exciting, and that will happen in May time, and that's something that we very much focus on ensuring that all our students are developing an international mindset. There is also numerous opportunities to network and really build out your understanding of the UK market and wider market. So you get, as part of your MBA, you get a Institute of Directors membership. You get MBA Association of Ireland membership. And both of these organisations run numerous events, both in Belfast and wider afield, that you can avail of. So it's a real opportunity to develop out your network to enable you to kind of take the next steps then post MBA. As a school, we also have numerous business events running. So we have a business breakfast series, and nearly every week or two, you'll have the opportunity to attend all of these different events. So it depends what really resonates with you. But it could be where there is a business event talking around sustainable practice. It could be looking at the future of work, and how to lead in the new environment that is presented. So it's an opportunity for you to go along, listen, and engage with others from industry to really develop that network. The last point is around leadership development. We believe that is a core part of our offering. We hold a leadership residential over a series of days that it's off-site to really help you develop your individual skills and your team working skills. We also have a leading and influencing module within the program. And throughout the modules, we have integrated a series of workshops that are really there to develop your own leadership style. If you attend all these workshops, you also get the added bonus of a leadership certificate from the William J. Clinton Leadership Institute, which is the executive education arm of our business school. So that's in addition to your MBA. So those are some things that I suppose differentiate what we do, maybe versus some other universities. To give you an outline of what to expect in terms of the subjects that are taught as part of our MBA, we have a number of modules which are core, and then you have the opportunity to select elective modules. So in the autumn semester, these are the modules that you would undertake. And of course, if you are full-time, that means that you would undertake all modules outlined here. If you're part-time, then you would undertake some of these modules that say year one, and then in year two, those that have highlighted on the sheet as year two. And that's if you want to spread it out over a 2-year period. So the modules you would take are taught in 6-week blocks. So a 6-week block of teaching, and then you have 1 week free post that 6-week block for your own study time. So you would take in the autumn semester accounting for managers, entrepreneurship, marketing management, operations management, and leading transformational in a digital world. And throughout these, there is a number of challenges that you would undertake. So, for example, in entrepreneurship, this year we had been looking at a wicked problem around homelessness, and students focused in on a particular problem associated with homelessness. We had a number of different stakeholders that contribute to either helping and supporting those who are homeless, or those that are providing services so that people do not become homeless. And they provided their point of view on the work that they do and the challenges being experienced. And then the students came up with innovative solutions around how they could address this wicked problem. And they presented it back then to a business audience. So it kind of gives you a bit of a feel for you both learn the skills around entrepreneurship, but also you're applying that to come up with innovative ways and businesses that could help then solve some of these wider societal problems. Give you a flavour for some further modules then in the winter semester. And this is starting in January. Then the modules you would take is people management and the future of work, corporate finance, global economic environment, leading and influencing in organizations, strategy for managers, and business analytics. So we're really ensuring that you get all of the core business modules and insights that's required for you to make informed decisions. But as well, we have honed in then on specific areas where we believe you require more skills for the future. So, for example, around your understanding of data within the organization and how to make informed decisions. So, business analytics then would come to the fore. And then also thinking around the strategy for managers, where we've built in more the international context, where you're looking at an international challenge, an international company that has a business problem or challenge that you're addressing. The summer semester is the opportunity for you to select electives, and you select two electives, or you can attend the European Summer School for Advanced Management, which is currently taking place in Glasgow at the University of Glasgow, and that's a 2-week program. And that elective is actually worth 2 modules. So you get the chance to either explore sustainability and social innovation, global technology innovation, international business negotiations, or you can select to attend the European Summer School for Advanced Management. So, lots of options in there, and it's really dependent on what you would like to do in the future and the skills that you would like to develop. At the end of the program, the final piece that you complete is your MBA project, right? So it's a really exciting time once you've studied all the core and elective modules. Now it's an opportunity to you to utilize all that knowledge and information and apply it to a business project. Now, we have lots of options depending on what it is that you would like to do in the future. So your MBA project could be where you're analyzing a particular organization and looking at how it can be transformed in the next 5 years. And you would utilize all your knowledge and skills that you built upon the program, as well as then it's an opportunity for you to think about the next step you may want to go in. Some people may be transferring maybe industry, others might want to work in a different country. So it's an opportunity to explore an organization in some of those contexts. Or what you can do is you can work with a business, a real business, on a problem that they have, and you come up with innovative ways and recommendations of how they can address that challenge, and you present that back to them and a report. The third option you can do, and many more students are availing of this, it's an opportunity for you to develop out your business plan. So if you have an idea and that's what you want to progress post MBA, then it's an opportunity for you to really build out that business venture and look at the financial viability in more detail. So that will really inform your decision whether you're going to go ahead and develop this business post your studies. So lots of opportunities there. Throughout the program, as I mentioned, there is a integrated leadership throughout many of the modules. And I've got in there, we've got the leadership residential, the series of leadership workshops, and then you also have the opportunity to get a certificate from the William J. Clinton Leadership Institute. From a professional development perspective, we also offer 2 coaching sessions. So an opportunity for you to really discuss in more detail about where you are in your career and to really formalize more of a plan about where it is that you want to go to. We both built an initial session into the leadership residential that will help you really set out those goals that you're looking to achieve from your MBA program. And throughout the program, we ask you to really reflect in a journal about how you are progressing and how you are working towards those goals. And these sessions, these career coaching sessions, is a time too for you to reflect on where you are on that journey and what are the next steps that you want to do or required to do in order to meet those goals, ambitions that you have. We also have a series of workshops, professional development workshops integrated into our modules. So, for example, one might be about how do you network effectively, right? So you're going along to all these business events. How do you actually build out your network? And how does that support you in the goals and ambitions that you have? In the school, we also have a dedicated employability and careers team. And that is where you can get continuous support and advice at any time. So we have dedicated resource that can give you advice if you have an interview, if you want to have your CV reviewed, if you just want some help and guidance, it's available within this school. We also have the wider university careers team as well that is there to support you. So, as well as the MBA program, the 1 year program, we also offer an MBA with internship. And just to give you some details about the internship, it's for a minimum of 9 months, can be up to 12 months in length. You take your internship after you've completed all core modules and elective modules apart from the MBA project. So the MBA project, excuse me, can be taken as part of your internship. So you might want to do it with the organization that you're currently working in. Or what you can do is that you complete your internship and then you undertake the MBA project after. That is your choice. Throughout your internship, you will be assigned an academic supervisor for your MBA project. And therefore, there will be a member of staff that will be there to support that time. Of course, it is up to you to gain the internship, but we have all the support and guidance in the school, and the careers and employability team are there to really help and advise you and put your best foot forward for the opportunities that arise. So who will be teaching you? There's a range of academics who are from various parts of the globe. They are all experts in their field. Many of them have both a practice experience as well as academic experience. So for example, I will be teaching you the workshops for the MBA project. My background, I've been in academia for 7 years, and prior to that, I was a director in consulting in both EY and PwC. So very much my background is delivering large-scale change transformation projects for organizations. So I'm really helping you and nurturing you develop those skills in order to deliver a project successfully as part of your MBA project. Other teachers would be Danielle McCandless. She was an accountant before joining education, and she's now the head of the accounting department here in Queen's Business School. Michael Aldous has just written a book all about CEOs, high caliber academic in his field, and he will be then facilitating, coaching you around strategy and getting you to really start thinking and developing out those skills of how you can lead strategy post-graduation. So you can see, the caliber of academics that we have teaching across the program are all experts in their field. So to give you a flavour of for the teaching delivery, I've mentioned some of this. It is taught in 6-week blocks. There's 30 hours of teaching. So we teach from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. and that is 4 days a week. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for full-time, and then for part-time, if you're doing the part-time in 2 years, year one, we suggest it's 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Tuesday and Thursday, and year two, then it would be the same hours, but on a Monday and Wednesday. There is a breaks built in. So after every 6-week block, we follow that by a week where is for personal study. One for you to complete the assessments, but also you to prepare then for the next block of teaching. In total, the expectation is there's around 100 hours of teaching within a module. So you'll have 30 direct contact hours, but then you also will have interactive activities to do outside of the classroom with your fellow students. And then you also will have individual time to really, explore the topics in more detail and get that wider knowledge. Larger vacations and breaks happen across December, across the Christmas festive period, in March, April time across Easter. And then in July, there is a 4-week vacation period. And it normally is throughout the month of July, with your MBA project starting at the beginning of August. So you can see that the schedule, it's busy, but there's lots of opportunities and breaks to for you to explore other activities and pastimes that you may have. This is a few pictures of some of our cohorts throughout the year. This is a design sprint that we did with a utilities company. And that was as part of an entrepreneurship activity. This is the groups presenting back their ideas. These are some photos from some of the events that we have. So this is actually an event with the MBA Association of Ireland. We normally have some of our alumni come back who work in these specific areas to give some advice and guidance, as well as then leading business professionals in the field of this area. So it creates a really good discussion. It lets you develop your network, and also just to, I suppose, have some time to really get out of the classroom and discuss some of the topics in a different environment. This is a recent business study trip that we had to an engineering company called Myola. So they have high caliber standards in terms of their quality, how they ensure quality in their products. And so we had a group going out and looking specifically at how they drive quality through their supply chain and operations. So hopefully that's given you a flavor of what the program is like. And I can address any further questions then later on in the Q&A. So I'm just going to hand back to Claire to give you a little bit more information around the procedure.
Great. Thank you so much. That's great, Julie. And yes, please, if anybody does have any questions there about the program, just type them into the chat function. We'll be able to answer the questions later on. So I'm just looking here at Queen's Business School itself. We have a fantastic student hub building here dedicated for our students. As Julie had mentioned there earlier, we are triple accredited, which is a great accolade for us to have, with the logos included in there too. So really, with regards to what we have is that quality assurance here. With the triple accreditation, we're also a member of the Small Business Charter. We're a Prime Champion institution, and we're also a member of the Global Business School Network. With regards to our graduate prospects, there's great opportunities for many of our students to get those graduate jobs. Now, we're currently 3rd in the UK for accounting and finance, and that's a nice 7th in the UK there for business and management when it comes to graduate jobs. We also have a great unique feature here at the business school. It's our FinTrue trading room, where many of our students and even the MBA students can have the opportunity, maybe even to join an organisation that we have as their student managed fund, where they can actually work on our Bloomberg terminals and learn how to develop those skills in finance. So it's a great opportunity for students to do. Employment focus is very heavily featured here at Queen's Business School, and I know Julie alluded to it there earlier there. With, I think there's maybe over 200 companies here, not only in Northern Ireland, Dublin and London, and further afield there too. So lots of opportunity for many of our students to get face-to-face with many employers. There's a lots of careers fairs, not only in business school, but in Queen's here itself, and a lot of help and support to get you in front, as I say, of a lot of industries there within the area. Again, there, a lovely feature is our lovely student hub there. So we opened it in 2023, so we're just like 3 years old, but still looks lovely and brand new. And this is the facilities here that we have. Really is purpose built there for business that we have. We've a 250 seat tiered educational space, 120 seat lecture theatre there too, 150 seat, there's a computer laboratories, and again, as mentioned, there are True financial trading room. We also have an executive education suite there for our Queen's MBA students, interactive in e-learning suite, a business engagement and employability hub too, and an entrepreneurial accelerator hub. That's for many of our students who are maybe even thinking of undertaking that entrepreneurial route and taking on the opportunity to set up their own business. We've a lot of help and support for many students who are thinking of doing that. So when you're looking at the entry requirements here for the MBA there too, so it's a 2-2 honours degree or equivalent. We also require 3 years professional experience. For international students, there is language is not English is not the first language. We require the IELTS English language there 6.5 score. But we also have management or trainee internship and a similar experience. It's maybe not too considered there, but also maybe part-time work experience may be considered there if appropriate. So it's really on a case by case sometimes basis there that we look at that. So looking at the admissions process, really the next steps really would be is just to applying. It's a very simple process. I will send you the link there for how to register there and apply, and you just really basically upload your documents and your requirements there. And we also require is a CV there for you too to upload. But looking at our MBA scholarship opportunities there that we have, for our successful applicants coming here September 26th. For international student scholarships, the value is £6,000 towards your tuition fees. So the course fee is 25,000 for international students. So that will be a total of 19,000 there. For our year two there, for the internship, and there also will be a cost there of £1,850. But any of our home students here are from Northern Ireland there, the students there will actually have the value of £10,000 scholarship. So taken into the value of the course fee there, it's 25,000. You have a total fee there of £15,000 there. So for all successful MBA applicants there, you will automatically be considered and have the scholarship. So there's no separate application process or anything there for that. But looking for our information there on, as I say, those international scholarships there. So there is a few extra ones. There's the £6,000 scholarship for the business school. We also have an early confirmation award, and that's any of the students that pay up all of their fees in advance of a certain date. You will also receive is a £1,500 scholarship or for early confirmation award. We also actually have as a Vice Chancellor scholarship, and that's up to 50% fee discount for our international students to apply. I'll actually drop in the links there too into the chat function here later. But our MBA and MBA with internship does include the opportunity for the Vice Chancellor scholarship. So you have to apply there before the 7th of May. So you have a bit of time to do that there too. So when you're looking at the Queen's MBA and our alumni and some of the, where they actually have their destination with regards to their career and examples of roles that we've had there, as you'll see, there's associate director there looking at the EY, chief economist and strategy lead, chief executives there, former commissioners, CEO, vice presidents there too, general managers. So there is a really great accolade of roles and leadership roles there that many of our students have been able to gain, post MBA. So really looking at their applications, as I said there earlier too, it's a very quick apply now. And as I say, there's the link, but I'll put that into the chat there function for you too. So yeah, it's really there's time there to apply now, but we also really recommend that everybody does apply at their earliest convenience, especially for international students and things like that too, to look and making sure that their visa will be getting there in time. So what we really wanted to is talk about Queen's and Belfast itself for any students who may be not familiar with ourselves here on the webinar too. So we are located, Belfast is the capital of Northern Ireland, and we're in the region of the UK. We sit actually on the island of Ireland here too. So we actually have good connections there too. We've flights from London about 90 minutes or and 90 minutes by car here to Dublin. So we've got two airports in Belfast International, Belfast City. So they've access there from the UK, Europe, and further afield there too. So many of our students be able to get around too. But you're looking at Belfast. We're number one city recently there voted for the world for fintech inward investment, and that really means that many of our organizations and businesses here are very much global firms. A lot of them are investing in advances in technology. And there's lots of opportunities, I said earlier, for many of our graduates to link in with industries here in Belfast. And they really wanted to help and develop top talent. So it's great for the university to have those links. So when you're looking at Belfast, this is our Belfast City Hall. It's in the Belfast City Centre, and it's probably maybe about a 20-minute walk there from the Queen's Lanyon building there. We're a really vibrant city. We're very affordable. And we're recently the UK's most affordable student city. So it's great to have that, especially for many students and especially with the cost of living at the moment there too. So we've got a lot of culture and history and heritage here in Belfast for many of our students to enjoy. And there's a lot of social life there too. But looking at Queen's here, and you'll see there's our quad area there behind the Lanyon too. We're a leading Russell Group UK university. We're the ninth oldest university in the UK. We opened in 1845, commissioned by Queen Victoria. So we just celebrated last year our 180th anniversary here. So there's a long tradition at Queen's University. Again, there, looking at just applying. I have this area there too. I think I really want everybody to apply now. So please do, as I say, I'll type in the link there for everybody to apply. Just basically that would be looking at your next steps. So now also, if you need to, if you want to contact us again, there is Julie's email address too. As I mentioned earlier, Julie is the Queen's MBA Programme Director. For any other general inquiries, or you're looking at anything that you're wanting to do about uh, Queen's itself or anything like that too, apart from the programme, you can have ask qbs@qub.ac.uk. That's for other general inquiries. You can contact us. We also have a very strong and vibrant activity in social media platforms. We're on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. So please do come and join us and follow us there on those platforms. You'll get a really good insight into what Queen's Business School is all about. Many of the activities there with business engagement and things like that too are all followed us on our social platforms and LinkedIn. So please definitely do come and follow us on that. So, no, actually, this is really what my favorite part of the webinar. It's an opportunity to chat with our alumni there too, and we've a great alumni is Gavin McCobery. And Gavin, hopefully, if you can, join us here now, you can put on your mic, and we can see you now. Hi, Gavin. Good to see you.
Hi guys. Hi.
Thank you so much for joining us, Gavin. And really, yes, I'm really excited to have a chat because I know you've been there and done it. And you are currently the managing director for Vent Partners Ireland. So, Gavin, really, I would love to get your insight there. And I know you sat listening to Julie and listening to myself, maybe it brought back a lot of memories there. So, do you want to maybe just have a quick chat? Tell us a bit about yourself. Oh, when did you undertake the MBA? When did you graduate? And really, what was your experiences of the MBA?
Okay, thank you, Claire. Yeah, so I undertook my MBA in 2018, graduated in 2019. I am a veterinary surgeon. I had a chain of veterinary clinics in Manchester, England. I left Northern Ireland, excuse me, 20 odd years ago to study in actually Liverpool University. But knowing the reputation Queen's had and still has, and it always appealed to me coming back to Queen's. I had done a postgraduate certificate in veterinary business management. So to me, it was a natural fit going on to do an MBA. So yeah, so I came back, as I said, relocated back here for 2018 to attend Queen's. Never actually left again, following my MBA. I set up my own consultancy. And through that, doing some work for Vet Partners Ireland, I now look after the entire island of Ireland for them.
Fantastic. Oh, that's great. It's good to see you staying on, Gavin, anyway. Good
Yeah,
to see. And you're thinking back, whenever you actually undertook the MBA, I know, there's sort of some modules there that maybe that struck a chord and really like sort of maybe stood out for you. But what aspects of the program did you find most interesting or really more valuable, towards your career there?
So to me, for anybody, before my MBA, it was about the people you meet, Claire,
Yeah.
and I find that, such a diverse group of people from different sectors, uh,
Yeah.
and everybody had, different skill sets to contribute. So I enjoyed that aspect. I enjoyed the entrepreneurial aspect. As a vet, you're taught at veterinary school to be a vet, basically, and treat animals, but
Mhm.
there is a lot of business you learn along the way, and make mistakes. So I enjoyed that sector, and I enjoyed the project at the end, Claire, because
Yeah.
Queens were great, and they gave us various leads with different groups and different companies and different organizations that we could work with in various projects. I actually did mine. It was with the Dogs Trust charity, so it was an operational overview of Dogs Trust Ireland. So it was a nice piece of work, something I could really get my teeth into, and something that I found very worthwhile. Subsequently, I believe the Dogs Trust is used as a blueprint for their entire operation across the island of Ireland. So that's the bits I enjoyed.
Fantastic. That's great to hear too, Gavin. And I know you had touched on that, but a very big part of the MBA is networking too. And you were saying that you got to meet so many peers, and maybe even you got that diversity too. There's like a lot of international focus there with many of our students. You'll be able to mix with them and a lot of our local students too. So it really is important too to build that network.
Absolutely. All that very much. And my role now is all about collaboration. So that was a large emphasis on that throughout the project. You had to. Sometimes
Yeah.
you're putting teams that maybe, you had to work to get outcomes. You had to, as I say, different skill sets among people within those groups. But that was part of the learning process, and skills I use now in my day-to-day running.
Absolutely, and those skills, you're helping you hone them, and you're trying to progress those skills, especially as you say, with your day-to-day work environment there
It,
too. So,
it was a lot of politics, Claire, and getting the best out of people and
yeah,
managing and that relationship building. But
yeah.
yeah, the other thing, what I did say, we had the study trip in our year,
Mhm.
but that was good. Take yourself out of your comfort zone into entirely. We went to America for ours, but it was just seeing different organizations work, not just obviously within Ireland, the island of Ireland, but throughout the world. So I did find that meeting people from across the world, as you say, whether it be within the course or outside it, and those study visits.
Excellent. Oh, that's great, Gavin. And really, probably another question there that I had really is, you were probably maybe like yourself a number of years ago before you decided to undertake the MBA, considering it, maybe contemplating it. Maybe I know there's a few here on the webinar thinking of maybe taking that next step and applying. What advice would you maybe give our prospective students here today?
Yeah, just go for it. It's such an enjoyable year.
Mhm.
And so from a personal level, I got a hell of a lot out of it. But from that sort of, professional development, it has opened doors. And okay, it is just three initials, but also reputationally, from Queens, I did find, yeah, it's opened doors for me. It's creates immediate reassurance when I'm in negotiations, where because I do a lot of merger and acquisitions here in Ireland, uh,
Right.
and it immediately instills hopefully a bit of confidence, either
Mhm.
with the private equity guys that back us, or certainly even at a level with any businesses we're buying.
Fantastic. No, that's great. So definitely go for it. It does it 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 sort of transforms your career really, to be honest, Gavin,
Absolutely,
doesn't it? Like,
it just takes it on to that next level, Claire. And it was fun, so you're learning, you're bettering yourself, and just really enjoyable. I'd actually love to do it again, to be honest. My
Great.
wife probably wouldn't be too happy, but it was very enjoyable.
Again, can I ask you, did you undertake it on a full-time or a part-time basis?
I was full time, Claire.
You were full-time one
I,
year,
I,
yeah.
and we worked. Some of my good friends that I've still, very much in contact with. They would do that part time. It was about an equal split, to be honest.
Hmm.
But yeah, so I was full time.
Great, great. And what was it like getting back into study again, or
It was lovely. It was actually really nice to be back doing something you really, not, don't get me the wrong. When I studied for veterinary, there was a lot of it I didn't really want to study about, but at this time to get your teeth into it, you really wanted to be there every day and every hour of every day. And I found it stimulating and rewarding. So it was easy to get back into it.
Great, great. Because I know Rowie, there's some of our students too, or they've been in industry for a long time maybe, and then they're thinking of going back into study, for that MBA. But definitely, I know from business school and also from the graduate school we have too. There's a lot of maybe help and support for many students who maybe are not too
Absolutely.
familiar with those assignments and things like that too. Gavin, did you
I,
find you got a lot?
I, no, absolutely. And actually haven't been out in the big wide world and haven't worked for that long. I find those transferable skills came into play very much so, Claire. So it was
Yeah.
actually easier, not just the fact that I wanted to actually be there, but I did find, my learned experiences from my time in business really helped, just served me well.
Absolutely. Oh, fantastic. That's great, Gavin. Well, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate having that chat and hopefully, as I say, we've definitely we've got recording here too. We'll be able to send that out to everybody. But it's so good to get the insights from one of our alumni students here too.